Welcome, dear heart. Take this moment as a gift to the nervous system, to the breath, to the tender places inside that have waited long enough to be seen. Pain can feel like a weight in the chest, a tight band around the throat, or a small knot at the base of the belly. It can arrive as fog in the mind or as a drop in energy without a clear reason. There is nothing wrong with any of this. The body speaks in sensations, and today the body is invited to speak in a safe, caring space. Settle into a comfortable seat. Let the spine feel supported. Let the lower body be heavy and steady. Bring attention to the flow of breathing without changing it. Notice air moving in. Notice air moving out. Now begin a slow pattern. Inhale to a gentle count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let the ribs widen. Exhale to a gentle count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let the shoulders soften as the breath leaves. Do this at a calm pace, like a quiet tide that knows where to go. In for 4, out for 6. If counting feels tiring, allow the out-breath to simply be a little longer than the in-breath. The longer out-breath tells the body, you are safe for this next moment. With each exhale, feel the jaw unhinge. Tongue softens from the roof of the mouth. Eyes relax, as though they rest on a field far away. Hands loosen their grip. Bring awareness to the scalp and forehead. Soften the muscles around the eyes. Smooth the space between the brows. Let the cheekbones release downward. Let lips rest. The throat is a hallway where old words and unshed tears have sometimes stood still. Give that hallway more space with one slow breath in and an easy breath out. Notice the chest. If there is a heavy stone there, let the breath flow around it without pushing. It is enough to be kind to the heaviness. Move down to the ribs, the sides of the body, the back body where old burdens often sit. Imagine hands of kindness placed behind the heart, steady and warm. Breathe there. Drop attention into the belly. If the belly feels tight, place a hand there. Feel the warmth of your own palm. Say inwardly, very softly, I hear you. Let the hips sink into support. Feel the legs, the knees, the calves, the feet. Imagine roots moving from the soles into the steady earth below, spreading out to hold you. With each exhale, allow your weight to be received by that support. Let the mind know that this time has a loving purpose. We are here to create inner room, to name what hurts, and to release what has been carried for too long. There is nothing to force, nothing to fix, only a soft opening toward ease. A simple intention can guide the session. Today I honor my heart and let go of what does not serve my peace. Long exhale. Allow the words to settle. If emotion rises, let it rise like a wave and fall like a wave. Tears can be a wise medicine. If the mind wanders to the past or to the next task, thank the mind for its effort to keep order and gently bring attention back to breath. Back to the weight of the body, back to the soft room of the heart. As you rest here, you may notice images, words, or memories that hold a charge. You do not need to follow them. Simply greet them. Say inwardly, I see the pain. I am willing to learn to release. Breathe again in for 4, out for 6. The nervous system begins to shift in these quiet minutes. Shoulders drop, breath deepens, the heart space becomes a little wider. The goal is not perfection. The goal is presence. Presence is what grows the inner soil where healing can finally take root. Create a sense of safety with your environment. Perhaps the light is gentle. Perhaps the air is cool or warm in a way that comforts. The sound in the room is soft, maybe distant and steady, like a fan or a small hum, or no sound at all. Let the senses feel cared for. This signals to the body that there is room to loosen the grip on old hurts. Place both hands on the heart for a moment. Feel the beat. Feel the warmth. Say very kindly, I am here for me. One more round of breath with the longer exhale. Let the body know this is a time of healing, and healing is already underway. The paper burn ritual is a simple, symbolic practice that uses writing and safe release to help the heart and body let go of old emotional weight. When pain is left unspoken, it often stays in the nervous system as tension, in the thoughts as looping worries, or in the mood as heavy clouds. Writing gives those emotions a doorway to step through. The page becomes a witness that does not judge. The pen becomes a gentle tool that lifts what has been stuck within and sets it down where it can be seen. Seeing what was hidden can soften the charge. It is like opening a window in a stuffy room. Fresh air enters, and what felt thick begins to move. Fire has long been a symbol of transformation. In this ritual, the flame is not used to punish or to cast blame. The flame simply changes form. Words, once held tight, become ash. Ash returns to the earth. The body reads this as a clear signal. The load is lighter now. This is not magic in the sense of tricks. It is the psychology of clear intention and the body's natural way of responding to closure. When the mind sees a complete action, right, honor, release, the nervous system often follows. Breath becomes easier. Shoulders drop on their own. Sleep may come more gently. The heart has proof that the past does not need to stay in the same form. The process also gives a sense of agency. Pain sometimes leaves a person feeling powerless, as though life happens without choice. This practice is a loving way of saying, choice lives here. Choice to name what happened. Choice to feel only what is safe to feel today. Choice to offer compassion to the self who endured. Choice to set down the weight with care. Even small steps count. If only a single sentence can be written today, that is a step. If the writing is a few words, that is a step. If the release is a tear, a breath, or a quiet nod of respect to the story, that is a step. The inner self understands and appreciates the direction. For many, seeing the paper burn creates a deep sense of closure. The eyes watch as letters curl and turn to light and ash. The body understands in a language beyond thought, this is leaving. That message travels to the muscles, to the gut, to the breath. There can be a soft untying in places that held tight for years. Some will prefer not to use fire, and that is completely welcome. A water release is just as strong. Words can be torn into small pieces, then placed in a bowl of water with salt, or simply swirled until the paper softens, then discarded. The change of form still happens. The body still sees and learns. The pain is not the whole of me. I am growing new space. Why does this help? The body and mind form a loop. Thoughts create chemicals that the body feels. The body's sensations influence the thoughts. When this loop has been trained by pain, it can run on its own. Writing slows that loop. It invites the thinking mind to describe rather than relive. It invites the emotional body to be held, not pushed. The ritual of release becomes a clear end to a clear beginning. The loop receives new signals, signals of care, signals of completion, signals that safety is increasing. With repetition, the loop learns to favor calm over alarm, trust over tension, and peace over persistent shock. The ritual is not about erasing a life story. It is about releasing the burden that story placed on the chest, on the breath, on the daily steps. It is about keeping the wisdom and setting down the sting. It is about honoring the self as worthy of ease. Gentle beliefs can begin to replace harsh ones. Harsh beliefs say, this pain is who I am. Gentle beliefs say, this pain visited me and I am learning to let it go. Harsh beliefs say, relief is not for me. Gentle beliefs say, Relief is a skill I can learn, one breath and one word at a time. These shifts sound simple. They are actually powerful. There is also a sacred element here. Whether one uses prayer, stillness, or quiet respect, the ritual creates a doorway to the deeper self. The deeper self is never broken. It is always whole, always steady, always available. When the surface storms settle even a little, access to that deeper place becomes easier. In that place, forgiveness grows naturally, not forced or rushed, but allowed. Forgiveness here is not about excusing harm or forgetting facts. It is the soft release of the inner grip so that life can move forward with less weight. This is the mercy the heart gives to itself. Approach this practice with patience. Some days will feel fluid, words will pour out, and relief will be clear. Other days will feel slow. The heart may prefer silence, or the body may need only breath and rest. Both are valid. Let every session be sized to what feels safe. If only a few minutes are available, use the few minutes. If more time opens, take it. Healing grows in layers. Each layer removed allows more light. Each session, however small, is a gift. Now let us set up the ground for this gentle work. A few simple materials make the practice clear and safe. A small stack of paper, any kind that feels simple and easy to write on. A pen that moves smoothly and does not scratch or snag. If using fire, a stable, fireproof container such as a metal bowl or a ceramic dish, placed on a surface that can take heat. Keep a cup or bowl of water nearby for safety. Matches or a lighter, if that is the chosen path. If using the water release option, a bowl of water with a pinch of salt can be soothing, though plain water is also fine. Choose a spot in the home that feels calm, a corner by a window, a chair that supports the back, a table with enough space to spread out the paper. The atmosphere matters because the senses speak directly to the nervous system. Lower the harshness of the lights or choose a warm lamp. Reduce noise where possible. If there is a steady, soothing sound that helps the body settle, a fan, a gentle hum, allow it. Wear something comfortable. Sit in a posture that feels dignified and at ease at the same time, with the chest open enough for breath to flow. Place the materials within easy reach so that the body is not strained. Begin with 2 or 3 rounds of the longer exhale and place a hand on the heart if that feels steadying. Before any words meet the page, set a clear intention. Intention is a guide for the mind and a soft anchor for the heart. You might say inwardly, "Today I am willing to release what blocks my peace." Another option is, "I keep the wisdom. I set down the weight." Allow one sentence to be the guiding thread. Keep it simple. Repeat it softly with each out-breath for a minute or two. This becomes the tone of the whole session. If the mind pulls away, the intention brings it back. If emotion rises, the intention holds it with care. Safe practice is loving practice. If using fire, select a time when there is no rush and distractions are low. Do not perform the burn when upset or shaky. Let the body settle first. Keep hair and loose fabric away from the flame. Light small pieces at a time rather than a large stack. If any part of the process feels uneasy, pause. The water release method is always an equal, valid option. Tearing words into small pieces and letting water soften the paper creates the same message to the body. This is changing form. If the ritual is done in a shared space, let privacy be part of the preparation. Doors can be closed, devices can be silenced. Boundaries are a form of care. Preparing the inner space is as important as preparing the outer space. A soft grounding can help. Breathing in, I welcome safety. Breathing out, I welcome release. If helpful, offer a small, kind greeting to the self. Thank you for showing up for me. Some like to place a small object on the table that symbolizes peace. a smooth stone, a leaf, a simple candle. These items are not required. The main ingredient is willingness. Willingness opens the door more than any object can. Think about timing. Some prefer morning when the mind is quiet. Others prefer evening when the day has softened and the body seeks closure. Choose a window of 15 to 30 minutes to begin. This is enough to write a little, breathe a little, and sit with the feelings without hurry. As the practice becomes familiar, the time can grow or shrink according to need. The rhythm should feel kind, never strict. Healing does not bloom under pressure. It grows in kind consistency. Now consider the words that may be written. The writing is not for performance and not for anyone's eyes. Let grammar and neatness be unimportant. Write in simple phrases if full sentences feel too large. If starting feels hard, begin with "what hurts is," and let the pen move, or "I carry this belief," and let more words come. If silence arrives, sit with the breath and return to the intention. If the mind says the story is old and not worth writing, reply kindly, "Even old stories deserve peace." The page is a friend, and the pen is a small boat that carries the heart across a narrow river to the other side where light stands waiting. An optional statement can be spoken quietly before writing. "I am open to a kinder thought." Another, "My body is safe to relax now." These are simple phrases that line up the mind with the goal of the session. If mirror work feels steadying, sit where a mirror is nearby and glance softly at the eyes for a breath or two while saying, "I will treat myself gently today." No need to stare or force. A brief, kind contact is enough. The mirror is a place to meet the self with respect, not a place for judgment. If the mirror is not comfortable today, leave it for another time. Keep water nearby for small sips, and consider a light blanket if cool air makes the body tense. The body's comfort supports the heart's ease. Place the fireproof container or the bowl of water at a safe distance until the release stage. For now, the writing hand has the lead. Trust that each part has its time. There will be a moment to read, a moment to honor, and a moment to release. All of this will unfold in a gentle order. Finally, set a quiet boundary with the world. Let the inner self know that this time is protected, even if only for 20 minutes. This simple boundary teaches worthiness. It says, "My healing matters." It signals to the mind and body that this practice has value, that peace has a place on the list, that softness is allowed. The ritual begins long before the paper meets the flame or the water. It begins here, in the breath, in the intention, in the care taken to prepare a space where the heart can lay down what hurts and pick up what heals. Now the page waits with patience, and the heart is invited to place words upon it with care. Let the breath stay slow and natural. Let the pen move only as fast as the body allows. Begin with very simple lines that tell the truth without going deep into scenes. A gentle way to start is to write, "The feeling that lingers is," and let a few words follow. It might be heavy, dull, sharp, tight, or tired. Notice where this feeling lives. If the chest feels tight, write, "This feeling sits in my chest." If the throat feels small, write, "This feeling sits in my throat." If the belly holds a knot, write, "This feeling sits in my belly." The page welcomes honest, small sentences. There is no rush to tell the whole story. The aim here is care, not detail. The heart does not need to relive pain to release it. The heart needs kindness, breath, and a way to be heard. Add a line that names what felt missing at the time. Write, "What I needed but did not receive was," and continue with one or two words. Safety, warmth, a listening ear, respect, steady support. To name the need is to honor the one inside who reached for it. When needs are named, the body often responds. The jaw loosens, the shoulders settle, the breath makes a little more room. If tears rise, let them rise and fall on their own. If the body goes still, rest in that stillness without forcing more words. The paper will wait. The process is here to serve the heart, not the other way around. Next, write. The belief I adopted then was, and notice what fills the blank. It might be a thought like, I am not safe, or I have to hold everything alone, or love means carrying pain. This is not a sentence to judge. It is a sentence to bring into the light. Write it once. Then pause with a long, simple out-breath. Place a hand where the body reacted most. Offer a soft inward phrase, I hear you. With that touch, the body learns that this time is different. This time, care is present. Add a line that respects the self who carried this. Write, the way I coped to get through was, and list a few steadying patterns, perhaps staying busy, perhaps staying quiet, perhaps keeping the peace at any cost. These patterns form to protect. Let that truth be noted on the page in kind words. Protection is a sign of wisdom, not failure. Protection shows the inner self tried to stay safe with the tools that were known at that time. After writing a few lines, pause. Look up from the page. Notice the room. Take one slow breath with a longer exhale. Return when ready. If the mind pulls toward blame or harshness, guide it back with one steady line. I am willing to treat myself gently as I write. If a part inside wants to speak in a few simple phrases, welcome it. A helpful format is a small letter to the hurt. Write, Dear Hurt, I see that you began when, and keep the sentence brief. Add, you made me feel, and name one feeling without proving anything. Add, you taught me to, and name one habit that came from the pain. Then write, I am learning to let you go. This letter can be 3 or 4 lines only. Underneath, write one kind sentence to the self. You did the best you could with what you knew. Read that line back, slowly, once. Let it land. Now check in with the body again. Scan from crown to forehead, eyes, jaw, neck, shoulders, arms, chest, back, belly, hips, legs, and feet. Mark on the page what shifted, even if it is small. My jaw feels softer. My shoulders feel the same. My chest feels a little lighter. The page is not only a place for emotion, it is a record of change in the body. When change is noted, the nervous system builds trust in the process. Trust grows ease. Bring a simple scale to the moment if that helps. On the left margin, write a number from 0 to 10 to mark the intensity before writing. After 1 or 2 minutes of gentle words, write another number to mark how it feels now. If the number goes down, even by 1, honor that. If it stays the same, honor the steadiness that held. If it goes up, it may mean something important was touched. Pause, breathe longer out-breaths, place a hand on the heart or belly and write, I am safe in this moment. The goal is not a perfect number. The goal is care. Offer the body small rest periods between lines. Set the pen down for 3 breaths. On each out-breath, whisper inwardly, release. Then pick up the pen again. The rhythm of write, breathe, write teaches the body that release comes in waves, and it is safe to surf those waves gently. If thoughts rush, slow them with a steady sentence stem. Right now I feel. Right now I wish for. Right now I need. These stems invite the present moment to lead, not the past. If a frame helps, write these 4 small sections on the page: feeling, need, belief, and body. Under each, add a few words. Keep it simple. Under feeling, sad, tight, heavy. Under need, safety, respect, warmth. Under belief, 1 sentence. Under body, Throat small, belly warm, breath shallow. This keeps the process grounded and short. The paper does not demand perfect language. It asks only for truth told with kindness. Close this segment of writing with a soft statement that opens the door to the next stage. Write, I am willing to release what harms my peace and keep what helps me grow. Read it once with attention. Place the hand again on the heart or on the belly. Take one long out-breath. If emotion moves through, let it move without pushing it away or holding it tight. The page has done its part for now. The heart has been heard. The body has been honored. The ground is ready for a new way to hold this story. Now begin to meet the story with a kinder lens. The old belief named on the page can soften with care. When an old belief says, I must carry pain to stay loyal to what happened, answer with a gentle shift like, I can honor my past and still choose ease. When an old belief says, if I let go, the lesson will be lost, answer with, the lesson stays, the weight can go. The heart learns well through small, believable steps. Choose phrases that feel true enough to say without strain. If a strong statement feels too far, build a bridge with a soft start. I am open to the idea that I can feel safe. I am willing to learn that ease is possible for me. I am learning to treat myself with respect. Willingness opens doors that firm claims sometimes cannot. The body responds better when it does not feel pushed. Thank the parts that learn to protect. Write, thank you for trying to keep me safe. Speak to the part that stayed busy to avoid feeling. Speak to the part that kept quiet to avoid conflict. Speak to the part that tried to please everyone to stop the hurt. Gratitude softens the inner field. After saying thanks, offer an update. We have new skills now. We are allowed to rest. We can ask for what we need with calm strength. The nervous system is like a faithful friend. It needs to hear the new plan many times said in a kind tone. Bring boundaries in as an act of love, not punishment. A boundary is a simple sentence that guards the heart's peace. I choose peace over old patterns. I will not carry what does not belong to me. I give my time and energy where I feel safe and respected. These are not attacks. They are gentle fences that let the garden grow. The body often relaxes when a clear boundary is spoken. Shoulders draw back into a natural place. The belly unknots a little. Breath finds more space. Boundaries are not walls that shut out love. They are doors that open only to what is kind and healthy. Use a small tool called the choice ladder to support this shift. Begin at the base with, I cannot, if that is honest. Then step 2, I am open to the idea that I can, and breathe. Step 2, I am learning to, and rest there. Step 2, I can sometimes, then I can often, and finally 2, I now choose to. Write the same belief at each step with the new tone. For example, I cannot feel safe becomes, I am open to the idea that I can feel safe. Then, I am learning to feel safe. Then, I can sometimes feel safe. Then, I can often feel safe, and I now choose to feel safe. Read the ladder slowly, one rung at a time, and notice the body's answer. If a rung feels shaky, stay there and breathe until it steadies. This is not a race, it is a kind ascent. Invite a reframe for identity. Old pain often writes labels: unworthy, too sensitive, too much, not enough. Lay those labels down gently. Offer new words that center dignity. I am precious life. I am a worthy being. I am a kind steward of my own heart. I am strong enough to be gentle. Say one line and feel the words land in the chest as if they are warm light. If the mind argues, use a softer version. I am willing to believe I am a worthy being. The mind can accept willingness. The heart can grow into it. Let the body help the mind during this reframing. Place both feet flat and press them into the ground for a slow count of 5, then relax. This small act tells the body that it has support. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down with a slow breath. Unclench the jaw. Lay a hand over the heart and another over the belly. These gestures are a language the body trusts. While in this posture, speak one new belief once or twice. The physical support and the kind words work together. Thoughts shift more easily when the body knows it is safe. If guilt arises during this shift, meet it gently. Guilt may say that release means betrayal of the pain or of the past self. Offer a clear message. Release is not betrayal. Release is care. Add, I can respect my story and still choose peace. Write these 2 lines if needed. Let the ink show the mind that these are the new agreements. Put a small symbol next to them, a star or a heart, to mark them as important. Close this segment of reframing with a brief reflection. Ask inwardly, if the heart could speak, what would it ask for right now? Let 1 or 2 words rise: rest, warmth, quiet, a walk, water, a small meal. Place those words on the page and give them to the body if possible. When needs are met in small ways, the heart learns that kindness is real here. That learning is the foundation for the paper burn to do its work. Now the ground is ready for words that plant new roots. Affirmations are not tricks or slogans. They are gentle training for the mind and comfort for the body. They work best when spoken with breath, when written by hand, and when chosen to match the moment. Keep them simple, keep them kind. Choose 2 or 3 for today, not a long list. Repeat them at times when the nervous system is already open, after slow breathing, after journaling, before rest, or after the release. The body hears them more clearly when it is not in alarm. Begin with willingness if strong statements feel too far. Soft forms open doors. Try, I am willing to let peace touch this place in me. Try, I am willing to believe that I am worthy of ease. Try, I am willing to learn how to relax my body. These are honest and gentle. They do not fight the mind, they invite it. If the body nods in a quiet way, step to the next form. I allow peace to fill the places pain once lived. I allow my breath to slow and soothe me. I allow myself to be kind to my thoughts. From there, step to choice. I choose thoughts that are soft. I choose to keep the lesson and release the weight. I choose to treat my body with care. Later, when steadier, rest in identity. I am safe in my body now. I am worthy of good care. I am free to feel ease. Speak an affirmation like a gentle friend would speak, slow and clear, a full breath between each line. If spoken in front of a mirror, meet the eyes for a brief moment with kindness. If spoken without a mirror, place a hand on the heart or belly to seal the words into the body. Write the chosen lines on a small card or the top of the journal page for today. Read them morning and evening. Let the repetition be kind and light, never tense. Repetition done with care washes the old grooves and lays new paths. There are different moments to weave affirmations through this practice. During writing, use one that supports safety. My body is safe to relax now. Before the release, use one that supports letting go. I keep the wisdom and set the pain down. During the release, use one that marks the change of form. What was heavy becomes light. I release it with tenderness. After the release, use one that anchors the new state. Peace fills the places pain once lived. The mind understands these steps. The body follows them. If an affirmation meets resistance, soften it until it fits. If I am safe feels too strong, use I am open to feeling safe, or safety is growing in me. If I am healed, does not land. Use healing is happening in me now, or I am healing in kind, steady steps. The aim is to speak words that the body can rest inside. When the words fit, breath opens. When breath opens, the nervous system learns. When the nervous system learns, ease becomes more stable. Let affirmations also care for sleep, appetite, and energy, because old hurt often touches these. Before rest, whisper, I allow my body to enter deep, repairing sleep. Before meals, whisper, I receive nourishment with ease. When energy dips, whisper, I move at the pace of kindness, and that is enough. These lines are not demands, they are invitations. The body responds more when invited than when ordered. It can help to pair an affirmation with a small action. Speak, I choose peace, and let the shoulders drop. Speak, my jaw is safe to release, and soften the mouth. Speak, my belly can rest, and let the breath move low and slow. These pairings anchor the words in the body. The more often they are linked, the more quickly the body returns to ease when the words are spoken. If it feels right, write a short affirmation prayer for the day. Keep it to 3 lines, something like, Today I treat myself with care. Today I keep only what feeds peace. Today I am free to rest. Read it in the morning, read it at midday, read it before sleep. If the day is hard, read it more. The point is not the number of times. The point is the quality of the voice inside. Make it soft, make it loving, make it steady. Allow a few heart-centered lines to become regular friends in this work. I let go with tenderness and I keep the lesson. Peace is safe in my body. I am a worthy being. Softness is my strength. I choose calm. Sit with one line long enough to feel it. Feel it in the chest. Feel it in the belly. Let it spread down the arms and legs like warm light. If the mind wanders, bring it back to the line and the breath. Over time, the line will rise on its own when stress begins, like a wise friend stepping forward to help. Now, take a slow out breath. Notice the ground under the feet. Notice the weight of the body supported by the chair or the floor. Place a hand where comfort answers most, heart, belly, or throat. Whisper one simple line to seal this part of the journey. I am gentle with myself as I heal. Let the words sit in the body. Let the breath rinse the system once more. The heart has spoken on the page. The mind has begun to soften its story. New words have been planted that can grow into daily care. All of this prepares the way for safe, clear release. The next steps will be met with the same love and the same steady breath. Now the release can unfold with kindness. The page has carried words that were hard to hold alone, and the body has been prepared with breath and gentleness. Set the paper in front and take a few slow cycles of breathing with a longer, soft exhale. Let the shoulders settle. Let the jaw loosen. Read the words once, only once, at a calm pace. Let every sentence receive a nod, as though the heart is saying, I see you. Thank you for showing me what needed care. Place one hand over the heart and the other on the belly. Breathe out a little longer than you breathe in. Offer a short line that fits the moment. I keep the lesson. I release the weight. If there is more than one page, stack them neatly so the mind feels order and the body feels safe. If using fire, bring the fireproof container close and the bowl of water within reach. This is not a moment for rush. This is a moment for steady, loving presence. Take a small piece of paper first. Touch it lightly to the flame. Watch the edges curl and rise. Follow it with the eyes until it drops to ash. Feel the breath leave the body as the words leave the page. On the next small piece, speak softly. What was heavy becomes light. On the third, whisper, I free my body from this story. Pause between pieces. Roll the shoulders back and down, unclench the teeth, sip water if the throat feels dry. Let each small burn be a single clean step. The nervous system understands the rhythm of small steps. It grows trust with each one. If using the water release, the steps are just as sacred. Tear the page into small pieces. Let the hands move slowly so the mind feels calm. Place the pieces into the bowl. Stir with a gentle movement until the paper softens and the ink begins to spread. Watch the words lose their hard edges and become something new. The body reads this change as safety. On the exhale, speak a soft line. I let this go with tenderness. When ready, pour the water away in a respectful way. The act is complete. The shift has been marked. Give attention to the body during the release. Place a hand where any tightness speaks most, over the sternum, over the upper belly, at the base of the throat. Meet that place with slow, warm palms. Use the breath like a patient friend. Inhale softly. Exhale longer. Let the out-breath carry away a little strain. If tears come, let them fall. If no tears come, let the quiet be enough. The body has its own timing for every feeling. Do not push, do not pull, allow. Let a short sequence guide the moment, spoken in a whisper between steps. I acknowledge what was. I bless the part of me that tried to keep me safe. I release what harms my peace. I keep what helps me grow. I welcome ease. These lines are simple and direct. They are like warm hands on tired shoulders. The mind does not have to argue with them. The body can trust them. Safety is love in action here. Light only small pieces at a time. Keep flammables away. If a moment feels too strong, pause with both feet on the floor and press them gently into the ground for 5 slow counts. Say inwardly, the ground holds me. If the heart beats fast, lengthen the exhale and let the tongue rest softly at the floor of the mouth. This simple placement can calm the throat and ease the body's sense of alarm. When ready, continue. If today calls for a partial release, honor that. Some words can wait for another day. Healing respects capacity. When the last piece has turned to ash or the last piece has softened in water, give thanks to the inner self that showed up. Gratitude is not a demand for positivity. It is a small bow to the courage that chose care. Sit for a minute in quiet. Let the breath come and go without control. Feel the chair support the back. Feel the ground meet the feet. The ritual is complete, and the body deserves gentle aftercare. After release, the whole system benefits from simple signals of safety. Place both hands over the heart and belly again. Breathe in softness. Breathe out ease. Let the out-breath be longer so the body gets a clear message that the moment is safe now. Gently roll the neck with care, stopping at any point that feels tender. Shrug the shoulders up, slide them back, and let them settle. Open and close the hands as if wringing out leftover tension. Sip water. This is not a small step. Water helps the body move the emotions through, like a gentle river. Offer the nervous system one of these soothing cues. Hum a single low note for one breath. The gentle vibration can settle the chest. Rest the tongue on the upper teeth for a breath. This softens the jaw. Stroke the upper arms from shoulder to elbow 3 times. The mind reads this as reassurance. Sit upright with dignity, but no strain, and feel how the spine supports the heart. If the stomach feels unsettled, cup it with both hands and say inwardly, I am safe to rest. Invite a short journal check-in. 2 lines are enough. Right now I feel, and what would support me next is. Keep the answers simple. A blanket, a warm tea, a quiet walk, a light meal, a pause from screens. Place a small mark next to one item and give it to the body within the hour. This trains the mind to trust that care follows courage. Trust calms the system faster than any idea. Food and rest matter after release. Choose something gentle for the body to digest. Choose rest that is truly restful. A short nap, a few minutes lying down with one hand on the belly, or a slow walk where the air is kind. If sleep comes later in the day, welcome it with a simple line. I allow my body to enter deep, repairing sleep. If sleep feels far, sit upright and let the breath rock the body like a small wave. Ease will return. The ritual opened a door. Now the body learns the path. If feelings echo through the next hours, greet them without alarm. Waves can follow a tide change. When a wave rises, touch the place it visits and breathe out longer again. Say, I am present. Say, the release is complete. Say, peace grows in me. These short lines give the mind something steady to hold so the body does not have to brace. Bracing is the old way. Soft presence is the new way. A gentle boundary can protect the fresh space created. Keep the rest of the day simple if possible. Limit conversations that ask the mind to carry weight. Choose tones, sounds, and words that feel soft. If the world needs attention, give it in small pieces and return to breath between tasks. This is not hiding. This is wise pacing. The inner field has just been tilled. It needs a bit of quiet to settle. In the evening, place one small acknowledgement on paper. Today I released envoi. Fill the blank with one word or a short phrase. Under it, write one line of gratitude for the self. Thank you for showing up. Let that be enough. Healing that honors capacity grows stronger roots than any push for dramatic change. Ongoing care keeps the heart open to ease and reminds the mind that peace can be a daily practice. Begin the morning with a simple anchor. While washing the face, say softly, I meet today with a kind heart. While tying shoes or smoothing clothing, say, I walk in peace. Let one line be the theme for the day. The line can be written on a small card or a note placed where the eyes will see it often, by the kettle, near the mirror, beside the bed. Repetition with warmth turns words into refuge. At midday, pause for 3 breaths wherever the body stands. Place a hand on the chest for the first breath, the belly for the second, and the throat for the third. On each exhale, whisper inwardly, soften. This short pause does more than it seems. It speaks to muscles, to the heart, and to the part of the mind that plans and protects. It says, there is time for ease. The rest of the day then grows around that truth. Create a small evening practice that needs only a few minutes. Write one sentence to let go of and one sentence to keep. Let the first begin with, I release. Let the second begin with, I keep. For example, I release the tightness in my shoulders, and I keep the moment of laughter I felt in the afternoon sun. Place a quiet line below both. I choose rest. This teaches the mind to close the day with balance, not with a list of what went wrong. Build a set of caring habits that tie healing to daily actions. When drinking water, think, this is peace entering my cells. When stepping outside, think, the air is good for me. When laying down at night, think, my bed is a safe place. These small thoughts may sound simple. They change chemistry. They shape the inner tone. The body relaxes faster when it trusts the voice inside. Keep a tiny list of 3 truths near. I am worthy of ease. I keep the lesson. I release the pain. Peace is safe in my body. Read them before messages, before hard tasks, before busy times, not as armor, but as a soft coat. Let these truths travel with you. If a situation asks for a boundary, let one of the truths lead the words. I choose peace can be said kindly as a guide for the next step. Boundaries said with calm respect protect the inner field without closing the heart. Use a weekly check-in to measure gentle growth. On a quiet day, ask, what felt easier this week? And write a few lines. Ask, what still feels heavy? and write a few more. For anything heavy, offer one small plan, not a big fix, just one next kind move, a phone-free hour, a slow walk, a talk with a supportive voice, a warm bath, a light meal that is easy to digest. The heart learns that heaviness can be met with action that is kind and steady. Let the body teach the mind every day. When the chest feels tight, widen the breath and roll the shoulders. When the throat feels small, relax the tongue and take a sip of water. When the belly feels guarded, place a hand and use the longer exhale. Link these gestures with short phrases: open, soft, safe. Speak them like a lullaby. Over time, the body will start these gestures on its own, and the mind will follow into calm. If an old thought returns, do not judge it. Old paths still exist even when new roads are being made. Guide the thought to a kinder place with one step at a time. If it says, "This will always hurt," reply, "This is easing." If it says, "I cannot let go," reply, "I am learning to let go." If it says, "Ease is not for me," reply, "Ease is a skill I practice." These are not debates. They are gentle redirections. Invite small joys to work with healing, a cup of tea held with both hands, a beam of morning light across the floor, a melody hummed under the breath, a quiet page with a single kind line. These do not erase pain. They increase the capacity for good feelings to visit. The heart becomes friendly with joy again, and that friendliness keeps the door open for ease. Let the closing movement of this journey be tender and strong at the same time. Today has held breath, words, release, and care. It has honored the heart, respected the body, and offered the mind a kinder language. Healing does not ask for perfection. Healing asks for presence, patience, and a willingness to choose peace again and again. The paper burn ritual, whether with flame or with water, has marked the moment when old weight began to change form. The inner self has been seen and heard. The garden within has been tended. Carry forward one small vow to meet the inner world with gentleness. When thoughts turn sharp, let the voice inside soften them. When the body tenses, meet it with warmth and breath. When feelings rise, allow them space and care. The path is simple even when it is not easy. One breath with a longer exhale, one kind sentence on a page, one release done with safety, one small act that feeds peace. These steps, repeated, shape a life that honors the heart. Let a short blessing seal this work. May ease grow in every cell. May peace be my guide. May love be the way I meet myself. If it helps, repeat 2 lines slowly, with a breath between each. I choose peace. I am worthy of ease. If a final whisper wants to join them, let it be this: I keep the wisdom. I set down the weight. Hold these lines close as simple tools for the days to come. If there is a final word for the heart, it is this: you are not alone inside your own care. The deeper self that watched over every step today is steady and kind. Return to it often. Return when the morning is bright and when the evening is heavy. Return when the world is quiet and when it is loud. It will always meet you with open hands. It will always remind you that gentleness is strength, that release is an act of love, and that peace is a home you can live in day by day. Step from this moment with soft shoulders and a calm breath. Let the ground meet your feet as a friend. Let water taste sweet. Let sleep come as a warm blanket. Let your words to yourself be tender. This is how the ritual keeps working, not only in the flame or the bowl, but in every small choice for kindness you make. And it begins again each time you say, I choose peace. And each time you take a longer, softer exhale and feel the body answer, yes.